This is it, the brand new RaceRoom Racing Experience build with an all new lighting model and a brand new Super Tourer. We're going to be checking both of them out right here, right now. So come and join me out on track. Hello there my fellow sim racers, and welcome to the beautiful looking RaceRoom Racing Experience as we check out the new content and the new build as of September 2025. And do I really need to say anything? Look how beautiful RaceRoom now looks with an all new, rewritten from the ground up lighting model. We've got with new shadows, reflections. Look at it. This title looks absolutely amazing. I just can't believe the difference it has made. I've seen some slides, I've seen some animations showing before and after, and you're like, yeah, okay, I can see that. But when you actually fire up this sim racing title and get out on track, oh, it is such a difference to how the cars, the track, the circuit, the scenery all look and react to the light source and where it's currently in the sky. Brilliant. Now the reflections on the car, they now run at full FPS rather than half as they did before, so they're so much smoother, so much cleaner looking. And the way that the light and the shadows work on the cars, it just added such depth. They look far more realistic. They have more of a 3D presence rather than just a 2D image. I don't know, I just wasn't expecting it to look this good. Really wasn't. There's still life in this old DirectX 9 game engine yet. And they have said that this whole new lighting model, you know, not only allows for them to better represent where the sun is and how the light is cast, but that could subsequently work in the dark as well. That's one of the clearest indicators yet that day-night racing is coming. When? Who knows? You know, no mention of weather. I'm not sure if that's ever going to come to RaceRoom, but it doesn't matter to me because I love racing a car on a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon. But it would be interesting to see what, you know, sort of a slightly darker conditions would look like as the sun drops and you get that bloom effect and those sun rays blinding you. That would be really nice to experience. Also, the dev team didn't stop there. We've got a whole new menu system and setup system for the ranked multiplayer. No longer is it just a tick box and it's lumped in with all the other servers and online action. It's a dedicated UI now, a proper system with rankings and reputation, and you can see there's going to be daily races, weekly races, endurance and special events, and you'll be able to pre-register, you'll be able to see what's coming. There'll be times so you'll know when the races are going off. You'll be able to see how many people are registered for the event, so you'll know what's popular and what's not. And there's no server limit like before. If you didn't jump in and get there before it filled up, you were out, and that was it. You had to wait for the next race. No more. We're going to get splits, and because it's all going to be ranked and there's going to be reputation, they're going to keep an eye on everything. If it does split, you'll be split and you'll be racing with people of a similar skill set. I think this is the shot in the arm that RaceRoom needed. They've had a busy summer. They had that free access period. Then they had the summer sale with a lot of half-price content. So hopefully they've drawn a whole new subset of players in. And this new ranked multiplayer system will give this title the boost it really needs, because It's got fantastic netcode. We just need more people racing online, which is exactly what I'll be doing this weekend. So why not come and give it a try? Let's give RaceRoom a shot in the arm and give the online system a really good boost, because it's what it needs. Not saying that the AI aren't great. This is adaptive mode. We're certainly getting pushed about. Cars are attacking, defending, but you can't beat that feeling of knowing that you've just pulled a move off on another fellow sim racer sat in his rig somewhere else in the world. Okay, let's move on to check out some of the new content. And for the first time ever, we've got hypercars. 3 hypercars, a Porsche, a BMW and a Lamborghini, and all of their different engine, powertrain and battery configurations have been accurately modelled, so they should all drive and sound different. But also they've added new functionality to the sim racing title itself to handle the batteries, the virtual energy, the difference that makes to when you're driving, and for the pit stops. So that's all in there to get the ultimate hypercar experience. Now, I am not a sports car or hypercar racer, so I haven't got the cars, so you'll have to check out your other favourite sim racers on YouTube who've got the skill, ability and knowledge to be able to race those cars and give you an accurate breakdown of whether they're realistic or not. But for me, there was one standout piece of new content. Oh, I've got to learn to change gear rather than chat. Sorry. And that is this, the Renault Laguna. One of the best super tourers from the late 90s. But why is it so special to me? Because it was the car that Jason Plato burst onto the BTCC scene with. And that man is a legend of tin tops. He's got more British touring car races than anybody else. He's a 2-times champion, and he would have won way more championships, but that man wasn't wired to play the percentage game. It was all or nothing. He just went for the win everywhere and anywhere. When it comes to his commitment and his energy to racing, it's like he turned the dial all the way up to 11 and then ripped the knob off, and that was how he was going to be, flat out. And that's why he is such an awesome and legendary tin top racer, and that's why I was dead excited to be able to race his Renault Laguna. Now, we've got a couple of different liveries. We've got the original manufacturer-backed blue and yellow, and we've got the, as you can see just ahead, the green Nescafe coffee livery. Now, I know they've taken a little bit of a liberty with mixing and matching liveries from various different years, but the trouble is everybody's got their own personal favourite, so they've tried to include as many as possible, try and keep as many people happy as possible. And I know there's been a little bit of artistic license with the lights and some of the bumper trims, as they've sort of been a bit selective on modelling Lagunas. Wow, nearly. To try and sort of make a late 90s version. It's not the end of the world. It's not a deal breaker for me. I'm still happy with the way the cars look, sound, and especially feel. We know that RaceRoom are fantastic for tin tops. It's why this is one of my most favourite sim racing titles to fire up on a regular basis. But this Laguna is amazing to drive. Now, these were manufacturer teams run by race teams. This car was raced and developed by Williams F1, so they had a lot of technology to help the cars race and drive better. So a lot of trick diffs, a lot of work on the final drive. So a lot of that torque steer that you used to get on earlier cars has gone. We definitely still get power understeer. If you're greedy on the corner exit, these cars will just push and understeer off. Fantastic, just how you would expect from a front-wheel drive, front-engine car, which means that the light is very light at the back end, and you feel that with the massive weight transference that these cars have. And you feel the rear end go light, you feel it moving around, but you can use that under braking with a little bit of steering input. You can use that light rear end to help rotate the car, to pitch that front end in to get a bit of bite. And you can do that in RaceRoom with this super touring car, and it feels just like the real thing would if we ever had a chance to race it. But you watch the videos, you listen to the drivers, you watch the onboards on YouTube, and there's a definite correlation between what you do and how the cars react in RaceRoom to how they react in the real world. They've really nailed it. And we've got a selection. We've got the Audi, which is four-wheel drive. We've got the BMW, which is rear-wheel drive, and they all do handle differently. Although I've got to say, I think the Audi is the biggest disappointment. It doesn't look, drive, or sound as good as the others. I think they may have struggled getting some of the technical data. So it's, out of all of them, it's not quite as good as the others. But we've got 7 manufacturers, we've got more to come. They keep talking about Nissan and Ford, and they're saying that this isn't the end for the super touring category, which has been a massive shot in the arm for RaceRoom. I think they've even been caught out just how popular these are. But this car was a £5, price of a fancy cup of coffee, and I'm already got my money's worth out of it because I absolutely love it. Now, there are a few things on this new build you've got to be careful of. They've changed the API on the back end, so that means the shared memories is different. So if you're using an app or a program, that needs to be updated to work with the telemetry output from RaceRoom. I use SimHub Crew Chief, and as you can see from the overlay, it's all working. So they had patches and updates available day one. The only thing is my Asetek steering wheel doesn't have the rev bar lights or the pit limiter lights flashing anymore. So obviously that used the telemetry, so that needs RaceHub, the software for my wheel, to be updated so I can get that. But the force feedback works, the buttons work, so it's not the end of the world. I've got a little SimHub display, so... But just be aware, if you're running an overlay that's no longer in development or supported, you may find that that doesn't work. But I did find that the radar in RaceRoom is a little bit more accurate now than it was before. So obviously it's more efficient and it's working better. So sometimes you have to break something. What's it? Is it got to break an egg to make an omelette, or whatever the saying is? I don't know. So just be aware of that before you update it. You might your whatever software you're using needs to be updated to go with it. And there is a slight bug with the AI. If you turn fuel use off, the cars will keep pitting. So turn fuel use on if you get that issue, but they know about it, it's on the forums, so I'm sure that they'll do a hot fix, as they always do when these new builds come. But I am totally blown away once again by the dev team at RaceRoom. Last year we saw new shaders and new sort of sharpness. They really tidied the sim up and it looked really crisp, really clean. But this new lighting model has taken this sim racing title to a whole new level. It's amazing. You've got to play it to experience it. And this new lighting model uses your GPU more than your CPU. So there's room for it to breathe now, and it can concentrate on the physics and the force feedback. and let the GPU do the graphics. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Anyway, let me know. Do you like RaceRoom? What do you think of the new build? What do you think of the new cars? Is it the hypercars or the super touring cars that are of interest to you? Will you be racing online? Checking out the new ranked multiplayer system? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Is this too little too late? You know, does this put this sim title back up in your list? Just let me know. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I've gabbled on for so long that I'm now sat looking at the menu screen. But I'm sure you'll forgive me because there was so much to talk about. There was so much to enjoy about the new RaceRoom content and update. But you know what to do. Please like, subscribe. If you're on mobile and you've got the hype function, hype the video. I'm not sure what it does. Can't do any harm. And in the meantime, thank you once again for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on RaceRoom, and I'll see you out on track. Bye bye.